Landing State Park, and now I will be walking the trail, and hopefully you can hear me at least a little bit. Alright, let me find a trail to walk. Here we go. Bald Cypress Nature Trail. Self-guiding trail. Looks like maybe it's all on a boardwalk. We shall see. By the way, I must mention that it is a beautiful and lovely day. Temperature feels perfect. It must be like 75 or maybe a little lower than that. Oh wow, look at this. It's called Bald Cypress because there's so many cypresses and cypress knees. The water appears to have been stagnant for a while. I'm hoping that this camera will not have that weird sound it was making before when in the recording, but I hope that it's able to pick up some of the sounds out here when I'm very quiet. This is a beautiful spot. So this is on the opposite side of the road from where the campsites are, and the campsites, I took a drive through them and they are very nice. Very beautiful spots. And the one that they told me I may not like because it's too small and I better check it out, well, it was perfect for me. It is right on the water. Let me take that back. It is very close to the water compared to the other campsites, as in the beach. So I may hear the ocean at night, which would be nice. And surrounded by the dunes and all the ocean plants that like to grow in sand. It is a sandy, white sand site. Look at the fungi there. That means that tree is dead. Yep. There's a spider up there in there too. Accidentally left this camera on, even though it wasn't recording. It wasn't completely turned off either, so it doesn't have a lot of battery left, but we'll see. Maybe it'll last a little while. Maybe it'll at least make it through this trail. Also, I'm using my backpack. I guess I'll show you, but it's probably kind of silly. Here I am. Here's the backpack. It's very lightweight, and I like it a lot right now. It's very comfortable. If you have more weight to it, just a little more, there's these clips. And you can also, it's got places for you to attach things to the bottom of it. Okay, here we go. How you doing? It's a GoPro. Yeah. Yeah. It also, this is also a tripod. Yeah. I'm kind of just testing it out right now and seeing what it's like, how it films and stuff. Yeah. Have a good day. The man saw the GoPro and asked me what it was, and he seemed like a nice guy. This is a beautiful place. Got a good feeling about this trail. Never ever done these trails. I thought I had hiked here before, but I'm really confused now. You know what, I'm going to adventure this way, because it looks like there's a little trail that leads off. So, this is cool. I'm going to camp on Monday evening and leave Tuesday. But I will probably hike most of the day and just explore, because I'll have free time to myself. There's a little squirrel on the trail. This is his trail. He's like, why are you here? The hell? Oh my god. So there's runners up ahead. I know you can't hear it, but there's brum 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 is what it sounds like. And I can see him running. Wow. Sounds like a frickin' stampede of deer. But it's actually runners, because I can kind of see them through the trees. Alright, heading back this way. I love this backpack. I know, I'm going to probably say it a million more times. But, wow. Very happy with that buy. Here we go. If you can see way down there, there's the runners, some of them. That's it. That was the last of them, I guess. There's a lot. It's a nice idea, cross-country running and go through the woods. Alright. Here's another little overlook. I'm going to call it an overlook, because it just goes out and back in. Oh, look at these guys. Turtles. Those are not sliders. Well, they're definitely aquatic, so I wouldn't say they're box turtles. I can't really tell. They're black with little white or yellow speckles on their shell, and orange around the ear. Very popular trail, so there's a lot of people I'll be saying hello to along the way, and I feel silly talking to my camera with them around like a doofus. I guess over time I'll get more comfortable and not care at all. I should never care anyway. I know I shouldn't, but for some reason I do. There's a butterfly. Man, he's on the move. He has somewhere he needs to be. Alright. I think I'll film my night of camping here, too. Just to kind of document my experience. I think it'd be a good idea. And I can maybe figure out how to speed up the video during this so that you don't have to really watch me slowly walking the trail. I can speed through the parts where I'm walking and then slow down at the parts where I say something actually kind of significant or where I'm looking at something cool. But I'll show you some shroomies. There's a lot of mushrooms right now all along the sides of the trail. Mushrooms communicate through networks of connection that are very similar, if not identical, to the synapses that fire in our brains. The communication between the synapses in our brains and the synapses of the mycelium, the way the mushrooms communicate. It's kind of a beautiful thing. They're able to communicate across some pretty big distances. So think about that. It's not even hot, not even a little bit hot right now. So this is really perfect. It feels like I feel fall in the air. I can feel it. And they're being eaten, which is what they want anyway, because they're going to fade away, rot away, and then pop up somewhere else. So they need to be eaten by little bugs and things. So the Bald Cypress Trail, after I went over that little bridge in the beginning, it kind of says you could go left or right. So I am thinking it loops around, mayhaps, or it's two different trails, maybe. Here's another sign. It says Bald Cypress Trail, I keep going straight, or Osmanthus Trail, take a kind of the left side, this side. So I'm going to stay on this one. Something buggy. Yeah, fall is definitely, autumn is definitely in the air. You can even kind of smell it. You can feel it. It's not nearly hot. At least not where I'm at, on the ship. Ugh. You know, when you allow trees to grow, who would have thunk? Like, you let them grow, you let them survive, and they do an amazing thing. They make the air more breathable and more, like, enjoyable because it's cooler. It's cooler here, and I imagine when I was on the ship yesterday, God, it was horrible. Horribly, uncomfortably hot. We were dying. I was like, I'm from Florida and this is not good. This is not miserable. I actually like the heat to an extent, but that was bad. That was just bad. It's like being in an oven. But in here, in here it feels really good. It's like a whole bunch of tree limbs that fell, or maybe they were trimmed back. There's marsh on this side, and up ahead it looks like there's some people hiking, so I'm going to be quiet when I pass by them. Actually, I'm not going to pass by them because the trail takes a right. I guess I'm right. Go this way, and it does loop around. The cool thing about these trails too is if you're really spacing out and you forget which trail you're on, it's also marked. Oh, red. That means I'm still on the trail that I started on. Ooh, look at this guy. He's dead. He could fall any time. Oh, there's a skink. I know you can't see it, but there's a little skink. A little tiny skink. Even a dead tree is like a home to so many things. Beltina cottage that I love to watch her videos. She says she creates little habitats by putting piles of sticks or wood or leaves in different places. This is neat. Look at that. That is cool. That is really cool. Get this light there. Probably not. Probably need a flashlight or something. But dude, so that fell, right? This looks like it looks like it should be dead, right? But look at this. This is in fact alive. This tree is very much alive. It's laying on the ground, and it goes up here. And then, guess what? It grows up. And it's, oh shit, spiderweb. And it goes up, and it's a flourishing tree, a very happy looking tree. And it looks dead. Isn't that crazy? This is why the world is just an amazing place. And things are not as they seem. Things are not what they seem. Oh, this is a dead log. What a neat looking dead log. No, it's not dead at all. It's very, very, very much alive. And happy. Happy with its decision to fall over and then grow sideways and then grow up. You know, I'm actually pretty much very similar to the woman who makes the videos of at Beltina Cottage, and she just rambles, you know, she just talks to herself, or she thinks out loud. I do like to do the same thing in my videos. I just feel like I probably sound silly, or I probably